Hello, unlimited friends. It's Zara back again with Q&A about the law of attraction and how to apply it to our lives. Our question today comes from Susanne and it is about coaching. All right. Let me read the question out to you. She says, I work as a coach and healer. At the moment, I'm up leveling strongly with lots of high vibes, and I feel the change strongly in my life. Last month, I had a very good month, and also this month seems to be very good. I would even say it's my highest month so far. Funnily enough, one client was not happy and opened a case with PayPal and wants her money back. Another friend coach of mine said, I have reached my upper limit and feeling not worthy enough to receive all that money, so my subconscious manifested the troubled situation. Well, that makes sense too. All I can say, I'm really upset. But I wonder, shall I just let it go in my mind? So whatever happens, happens? Abraham obviously says not to worry about anything. Could you help me with that a bit? At the moment, I am even having trouble finding a better feeling thought. Awesome. Thank you so much for your question, Suzanne. And I think that your vulnerability in sharing this is absolutely amazing. Before I get into the answer, let me do a short introduction for those of you who are visiting my channel for the very first time. Welcome. And for those who are returning, thank you for supporting my work. I'm ZMAHOON. I'm the author of the blog ZMAHOON.com, and I'm the author of 15 different books on various aspects of law of attraction. On this YouTube channel, it is my intention to help you find the answers that you need in order to move forward with your law of attraction journey. I can tell you that it's been a while. It's taken a lot of work, but I've achieved many amazing things. I have written 15 books, which in itself is a huge accomplishment. I own several properties, and I have excellent health and relationships. I can also tell you that it wasn't always like that. My life was a complete mess. My husband had cheated on me and left me we were new immigrants to Canada, and he left without providing any support for myself and my two children. And there was a time when everything was dismal and dark. But I refused. Absolutely refused to give up. And I think that was because of my children. I had to survive because of my children. And that's when I found law of attraction. It came to me as the answer to all my prayers. And I thought, this is wonderful because I need something that does not require any money. And law of attraction only required me to spend time on thinking my thoughts. So I actually made lots of mistakes using law of attraction and almost lost everything, including my house and the custody of my son. But I persevered. I was diligent. And in the end, I was able to find the things that helped me to figure it out. Most recently, I have published a course called the 16 Fundamental Principles for Manifesting. And if you're interested in checking it out, you will find the link for it in the description, as well as the link for the 40-day Law of Attraction workout, which I teach live every day on Facebook. So all the links you need are in the description, and I would love to meet you in person on Facebook or in one of my live Q&A sessions on Zoom. Let's get started with answering Suzanne's question. So, Suzanne, I can feel that you're a little bit confused because the question is, if you're up leveling and good things are happening, then why did this thing happen? Why did a client ask for her money back? And it seems to have thrown you back a little bit. And then your friend, who is also a coach, gave you their point of view. Now, I'm going to take these two things separately. First of all, you attracted new clients, which is a manifestation that tells you that you're doing something right with your thinking process. You're heading in the right direction. You set up the goal to up-level your coaching business, and you are experiencing the results of your intention in the sense that business is growing. You've said in your message that last month was a good month and this month is a very good month, and in fact it is one of your highest months so far, which is awesome, which means that you're doing something right. Now, the fact that a client asked for a refund just means that at that moment in time when you provided her with service, you were not lined up. So if I was to use this pen as the emotional scale, you were not lined up and she was not lined up. You see, most of the time, what happens, because I'm a coach and I take on one-on-one coaching clients as well, and I will only take on 2 clients in a month because I'm so busy with everything else that I'm doing. But here's what I want to say to you. When you coach a client, you have to bring yourself right to the top of the emotional scale in order for the recipient of your coaching to derive benefit from it. People will sign up because they're feeling hopeful, because they feel that you have the answers, that you can bring them the resolution that they are looking for, that you can guide them towards changing whatever blockage is getting in their way for them to accomplish success. So they come to us, they come to coaches and healers because they have hope that we are going to help them. But in order for us to help them, we've got to be here. We've got to be unconditional. We've got to be high on the emotional scale, because we can only flow answers to them from source if we are high on the emotional scale ourselves. So that means pre-paving. It means appreciation. It means being non-judgmental towards the person who is sitting in front of you, or in this case, these days on Zoom. Because that is when they can receive from you what will benefit them to improve their life. Now, if you were not in the highest place, if you were somewhere low on the emotional scale and you met that person from that place, now that person is not getting the benefit of what they thought they would get from you. And if they're not getting the benefit from you, then it's okay for them to ask for a refund. It's okay. You have to tell yourself it doesn't matter. Listen, sweetheart, as a coach, as one coach to another coach, I'm going to tell you that we are not the right coaches and healers for everyone. We can only coach those people who resonate with us. We can only coach those people who are ready to learn based on our way of presenting information to them. And this person simply did not resonate with you. That's totally okay. It has no bearing on you, my dear. It has no bearing on what sort of a coach you are. It has no bearing on whether or not you've hit your ceiling, because I'll tell you, there is no ceiling for abundance and prosperity. None of that. None of that. It's just that this particular person was not ready for you. So let them go, because my favorite affirmation, I care but not that much. I care that this person did not get what they signed up for, the benefit that they signed up for. But I don't care so much that I'm going to give up my alignment. And that's what you're doing here. You're giving up your alignment because in your note you say, at the moment, I am even having trouble finding a better feeling thought. Well, that should not be. It's just not worth it to have something affect you to a level where you are not able to get back to alignment. Because here's the thing, sweetheart, if you're not able to come back to your own alignment, how are you going to continue being a coach? Because your ability to help other people and to be a coach depends on your ability to be unconditional, which means that you cannot go down the emotional scale. And if you do, you must immediately find a way to go back up. And so this is not important enough for you to spend any time on it at all. Forget about the PayPal stuff and just put all your energy into bringing yourself back up the emotional scale. Now, the second part of what I want to say to you is about your friend, the other coach who advised you, and what they said was that you reached your upper limit and you're not feeling worthy enough to receive more. Here's what I will tell you. Do not ask other people for advice unless you know it's guaranteed that this person is going to make you feel better and take you up the emotional scale. Your coach friend did not do that for you. Your coach friend did not do that for you. In fact, your coach friend brought you down the emotional scale by making you feel that you had reached your upper limit of worthiness. And then they just let you go without actually giving you strategies to bring you up the emotional scale. That is the key part of a person offering advice, including coaches and counselors and therapists and experts in any profession, is that our job is to empower people who are before us, to help them. You help people by assisting them in the thing that they are not able to do because they're feeling bad. What is that thing? When someone comes to me for coaching, I know that they are asking me to help them because they are not able to help themselves. So I turn on that flow of answers from the universe to be able to soothe the person who is in front of me, make them feel better about what has just happened, and then help them to go up the emotional scale because it's not something that they're able to do themselves. Which is exactly what I did with you just now. I explained to you why this one person does not matter. This one person who asked for a PayPal refund does not matter. It's just that that one person does not completely resonate with you. They are not ready for you. So let it go. Because there are literally thousands. Because the universe is unlimited. There is no end to the people who are ready for you, who can learn from you. And the one thing that I learned very early on as a coach was, I'm going to share this with you, it's really important, was that I felt when people were coming to me for advice and I was spending so much time advising them that was taking time away from my regular work, that I started charging for it. But my thoughts used to be, but my life isn't perfect. How can I advise other people? But the thing is, you see, we advise people from wherever we are in terms of our ability to be stable along the emotional scale. And there will always be someone who is below you, who needs your help because you've been through where they are. And so you are the best person to help them. And then there are other people that you're not the right person for. And so you just let them go. The most valuable thing that Jack Canfield said to me when I spoke to him a long time ago when he was in Toronto. He said, follow the teacher that resonates with you now. And that can change in the future. But whoever resonates for you now, there's something in it for you. And so that's what I'm going to say to you, Susanne, is that whoever resonates with you now, teach them. Don't try and teach people who are not ready for you. There are millions who are ready, and there are an equal number of millions who are not. And we as coaches and healers, we trust that the universe will bring us those people who are ready for us. And when they arrive, we will do our best to be high on the emotional scale so that we can assist them in the best possible manner. Because I want to be satisfied with my work. Don't you want to be satisfied with your work? And if you have done your best, then you relinquish everything else. I'm satisfied with what I gave the person who signed up for a coaching session with me. I am satisfied. I provided them with the best that I could. If they could not receive it, that's not on me. That's not on me. Because their ability to hear is not on me. I'm not responsible for their ability to absorb the messages that I'm bringing to them. Those who are ready will hear those messages. And even though I am bringing them the best messages possible, if they're not ready to hear those messages, they will just ricochet off of their minds and hearts. And I'm not responsible for that. So Susanne, I hope that this helps you, and I hope that this helps everyone else who is visiting here today understand just a little bit more about how coaching works. And if you are interested in finding out coaching with me, I coach in groups as well as one-on-one. And if you're interested, send me an email and I will respond. My email is zehra@zmahoon.com. So my name, ZEHRA @zmahoon.com. All right, folks. Love you all lots. Bye for now.